Hey y'all, so it's Charisma Cares nurse practitioner, and I hope you can hear me because they're doing some construction not too far from me. So I have this group, Mental Health for Black Women and Black Girls, and today I posed a question, more of a statement. It was a fill in the blank statement, and it said, "Today I release A, and I'm focusing on B." And someone stated, one of the ladies stated, "Today I release perpetual helping." And I was like, wow, that's a mouthful. I release perpetual helping. And her her part B was to focus on her health. And that really made me think because I think I tend to be a perpetual helper. I tend to want to help and fix people. And sometimes people don't need to be helped or fixed. Sometimes they don't need to be, and other times they don't want to be. But some of us that are helpers in nature, we tend to take on people as our projects. And then we become discouraged when our projects fail. However, people aren't really projects. Projects can be managed and developed. There's a start and a stopping point, there's a margin of error. Um, with the correct tools and funding and the correct insight, projects typically are going to do well as long as you have all your variables. People, on the other hand, are very emotional beings, and they don't function off of A, B, C, and D. They don't function off of how well you do. They don't function off of how well you coach them. They don't function off of what you invest in them. Because you can invest, you can do, you can be all of that for them. And they can still, by your standards, fail. And you count it as a failure on yourself. And I'm not only talking to you, but I'm speaking to myself as well. But how can we count something as a failure that we don't have control over? Because you have absolutely no control over anyone else. You only have control over you. Yet we set these expectations unrealistically for other people in our lives. And then we come back and we wonder why they didn't meet them. But those were your goals, those were your expectations. So, in a sense, those are your failures because you cannot control A, B, C, or D about a human being. They are 100% in control of that. What you can do, you can mind your business. That's one. You can listen. That's two. You can offer support and validation in what they are saying. That does not mean you're taking it from them. You're just there and you're also offering validation. And four, you can move on. Just move on. Everything is not meant to be fixed. Some things people have to experience and they have to go through. When you accept this, this is when you release yourself from perpetual helping because it doesn't feel good when you get to the other side and there's no thank you. It doesn't feel good when you get to the other side and they haven't accomplished anything. It doesn't feel good when you find out they've walked away and left you holding the bag. But who put themselves in that situation? Did they put you in that situation? Or did you put you in that situation? All right, y'all, make sure you subscribe, like, and share. Ciao.